Former White House advisor Steve Bannon has been arrested for fraud. Prosecutors accuse him of participating in a scam. He and 3 others allegedly tricked donors, raising more than $25 million to build a wall on the border between the US and Mexico. But then they allegedly spent hundreds of thousands of these dollars for unjustified reasons. For more on this, let's bring in our Washington correspondent, Ketivan Gorgestani. Hi, Ketivan. Tell us a bit more about this case against Bannon.
Well, Bannon is not alone in this case. It's him and 3 others who were involved in that crowdfunding campaign, We Build a Wall. That crowdfunding really was targeted at that wall that Donald Trump has been wanting to build on the southern border of the United States with Mexico at a time where they were getting into some problems in financing and funding that wall. So this crowdfunding campaign took over that, raising, as you said, about $25 million from hundreds of thousands of donors. And the key in the prosecutor's case is that Bannon and the 3 others made it clear to these donors that all the money would go to building that wall, and that turned out not to be true. The prosecutors say that these 4 men tried with various schemes to funnel some of the money out of it. So some money did go to the wall, but hundreds of thousands of dollars were diverted by these men through shell companies, through different associations, and hundreds of thousands of dollars, including even up to $1 million funneled through one of these shell companies by Bannon himself, to then later on redistributed to some of his co-conspirators and to himself to finance things that were very personal: trips, private planes, gold watches, things like that that had nothing to do with the wall. And that is why they're charged. They're being charged with fraud by the New York prosecutors in this case.
All right. A quick reminder for us, though, Ketivan, who is Steve Bannon?
Well, Steve Bannon was a chief strategist of Donald Trump's campaign when he was running for the presidential election the first time. And he then later on became a senior advisor at the White House before leaving the White House back in the summer of 2017. So about 3 years ago, at some point, there were a little bit tense relations between Bannon and Donald Trump, but they seem to have patched things up because Bannon has been speaking very highly of Donald Trump since then. Recently, Donald Trump said that he felt Bannon was even more useful outside than inside. Now, it is important to note that Bannon is one of now 6 senior members of the leadership of that 2016 campaign, the Trump 2016 campaign, to have now been facing federal charges. So it gives you an idea of how this group of people who helped elect Donald Trump are coming under fire from federal prosecutors here in the United States. Bannon, who was the face of that Trump campaign and of the early Trump administration. Now, Donald Trump, even though he has said that he's still very close and highly speaks of Bannon, he has sort of distanced himself from that crowdfunding campaign, saying recently that they had made a few mistakes in the way they handled that crowdfunding.